Well, Judge Stoudt, a lot of progress as far as the parking facility.
Absolutely, we're very excited about it. They're going to be finishing off the fourth floor where the parking area is, and then you'll start really seeing the entire project take shape. They'll start putting the outside exteriors on, and it's really going to be an exciting time for me because we've been looking at a picture, a 5x8 picture, and this is going to be the real deal they're getting ready to start with now that you really start seeing what it's going to look like, and I think it's going to be a really nice addition to downtown.
Yeah, looks like they got all the wall framing up pretty much, and then that next step is actually the walls, right?
Right.
And is that going to happen before it gets cold?
No, they're going to try and finish the fourth floor pour, which is the top floor. Once that's poured, then they'll really start picking up the pace because then the whole structure will have been built. We did the structures called build in place. We didn't. There's another one called you build it and then you put it together at the site. We did all of ours build in place. We didn't build it off site and put it together. We built it on site. So it's all poured concrete meshed together.
Yeah. And it's are they ahead of schedule? It seems like it.
We've had about 15, 16 days weather days that they've had to deal with, but they've been working on Saturdays and kind of picking up some of that time. So they're feeling pretty comfortable about what the timeline is about when we can look to be moving in. And we were talking about it yesterday. In fact, we had a meeting yesterday, and they'll probably be finished with kind of the construction part of it by hopefully July. Then there'll be a punch list period, which they'll deal with all the issues that we might see or they might see that need to be redone or redo. And that'll take another 30 days. So we're feeling pretty confident we'll be able to start moving in around 1st September.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, it's going to be a huge relief to everybody.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. And 13,000 square feet will be added, and we'll, of course, be moving offices out of this courthouse over there and providing additional space over here that we've already got it utilized and assigned. So it's coming along just great. We're excited.
That's great. And you've been able to just kind of watch the progress from the window.
Yeah. Well, the trees block a little bit, but I've been going through it and taking tours. It's one of the, since we enlarged this courthouse back in the late 70s or 80s, this is the biggest project we've ever taken on in terms of money, as well as the effect it's going to have on the public in terms of parking and access to the courthouse and in downtown. I mean, this is going to be open to downtown, so it's just going to be a really nice project to get done.
Yeah. Excuse me. And you were talking a little bit about security. There are cameras.
We've got cameras on every floor. We've got cameras in the offices. We have a 24/7 law enforcement presence that will be at that building 24/7, 7 days a week. One of my was big on my to-do list is making sure we had strong law enforcement presence 24/7, and that means when people come downtown to park, they're going to see law enforcement where they park their car, and they're going to see it around that building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll have a small security office that'll be set up in the building that will monitor all the camera locations on every floor. So we've taken the security into this real seriously.
Yeah, that makes sense
for the public.
We're pretty close to the tracks here, and sometimes people come through.
Well, at nighttime too, people come downtown, and there's it's going to be very well lit as well, 24/7. At night it'll be lit. There'll be a lot of lighting. So we just feel real strong about the security aspect of it, and I think we will have a strong presence there, and I think the public will be very pleased with that.
And then actually there's also cameras in place right now.
Yes.
Just to make sure people stay
Yes,
out.
we have cameras that are recording 24/7 on the construction site to make sure that anyone doesn't come on the construction site. If it does, it sets off an alarm, and it notifies dispatch. And of course, we're 3 minutes away from this building, walking across the street to find out what's going on, but we haven't had those issues yet. So I think if anybody's thinking about scaling the fence and getting in there, I think they're thinking twice. It hasn't happened yet, knock on wood.
Yeah, okay. yeah, sounds like things are moving along, pretty much on schedule, on budget.
Yes,
No,
yes.
no change with that?
In fact, I'm hoping we'll be, my goal is to be under budget, and of course, don't know that till the very end, so, but it looks like that we're not running into any additional costs that weren't covered during the planning and the architectural and the engineering, that's gonna change that, so we're pretty confident about that.
All right, good deal. Anything you'd like to add?
No, just excited for it to get done and let the public see what they've got, and it's their asset, and it's gonna be free parking, and people will enjoy it. It surely will take off a burden that we've had at this courthouse for years of not having enough parking when you have all 5 courts in session, and you got juries, and plus there's people coming to do day-to-day business in the courthouse. There just wasn't enough parking. And when you're averaging, I think we did a survey, and I think we have something like 4,000 a month, 1,000 a week, or maybe it was more than that, but we've only got 150 parking places around the courthouse. Well, obviously, those numbers don't fit, and so you ran into that problem. And we've been talking about this for a long time, so that's another one of those things that we finally got it done, and that's why we're really glad to get it done, because it's been talked about, it's been needed for a long time, and we got it done.
And I guess all the retailers downtown are gonna be breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, they are, and as we said early on, bear with the construction. It's gonna be painful before it gets a lot better. And obviously, we had to take away more parking around the courthouse to close in that area where the construction site is, with the construction site itself. So there was some complaints early on when we started construction. But as we've moved forward and we've tried to deal with all those, we've got a shuttle bus service for all the employees. Anybody that's come to the courthouse can park 2 blocks away and be shuttled up here and taken back. That's working out well. And so I think now the people downtown are looking for it to get finished, because it's going to really, I think it'll boost downtown in terms of businesses, because there's not going to be a problem in parking. And downtown, there's a problem with parking at night to go to the restaurants and other entertainment venues down there.
Yeah, good deal. Thanks, Judge.
Okay.